What's going on, good people? You know what time it is. It's Thursday. We got another edition of the BirdCage LLC coming at you. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for us on the way in. We got you covered. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's happening? It's time for the BirdCage. We got the magnificent BirdCage crew in the building tonight. We got K-Dub, we got Graybeard, and we also have Coach Cam in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we're getting ready to get this thing started. Also, not just talking about Monday night's collision course with the Buffalo Bills, we will be touching on mental health tonight because this is definitely a dire need in the community. Someone reached out to me and just wanted to express a few things about what was going on in their personal life, but we're going to tie that into football because whether you know it or not, a lot of these players at this point deal with mental health on not just a professional level, but outside of that too. So they have some of the same issues that we have, and we're going to tap into that tonight. But before we get started, how are you fellas doing? Welcome back, Coach Cam, K-Dub, and Graybeard. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, man. What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling?
Good to be in the building, man. I'm excited. Like I said, prime time matchup. Ready to get into it. Let's go. BirdCage is in.
Coach Cam, good to see you, man. Monday Night Football, man. We're going to be the only game on, man. We got to represent. We're going to be in the ATL.
Oh, we actually got two games on.
Yeah, we're the first one.
We the game that matters.
Yeah, we're
the game.
Yeah, we're our part.
We the game that matters. So prime time matchup, man. Buffalo coming into town, the ATL. Let's go ahead and curb them up. Go ahead with the red hot L and get back to over 500. Let's go.
If we gonna be serving L's, we might as well go ahead and get that energy level up. Like the Trouble Funk song used to say, "Pump me up, baby." This is how we do it. Hey, let's get it one more time. Just let's go. That's what we on tonight. We on the pump me up tip tonight. It's positive vibes tonight. Mental health in the building. We gonna talk about it. So pump me up tonight. Let's go. Let's go. So get into it, fellas. The first thing that we're going to tap into tonight with the Falcons, welcome to those who are in the chat. Welcome to those that are on X and also Facebook and our other streaming platforms that we have. Thank y'all for tapping in with us tonight. Let's go ahead and get to it, gentlemen. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is this. The Falcons defense is ranked #1 after the first 4 games. And I got a little picture that I got to post because it's something that y'all are going to like that you're getting ready to see. And then I'm going to let y'all tap into that, fellas. Here's the thing. NBC talked about it. The Falcons have allowed the least amount of points entering into week 6 next to these other teams. 86 points. Now, if we don't get blown out by Carolina, I think we're at the top of the list with the Houston Texans. But this is a dire improvement from last year. How do you guys feel about this team right now when we're talking about the Falcons defense going into another week being ranked number 1 right now in the NFL? First time all season we've been ranked number 1. We've been number 2 and stayed in the top 3. But how do y'all feel? I'm gonna let Coach Cam start it off, Gray Beard and K-Dub, and like I said, we're gonna get to it. So, Coach Cam, how do you feel about the defense being ranked 1 right now in the league?
Oh, I love it. Because this is something that we've harped on for years, that we have offense, but we never had a defense. So when you look at how great the defense has played, minus the Carolina game, the one thing that we can honestly say is this: we have a pass rush now. We have a legitimate pass rush where we can get home with just 4 guys. We no longer have to create a pass rush. So it allows us to actually play our zones, play man, have help side and front side. So when you have a pass rush that can get to the quarterback with just 3 or 4 people, it allows you to be a little bit more strategic with your play calls, especially with your linebackers allowed in the wrong free with Jesse Bates. So it's the way that it's being called. It looked like Jeff Ulbrich has learned a thing or two over the couple of years since he's been here. So it's looking up. We just got to stay healthy.
Great bit. How do you feel about the defense being ranked number 1? To tap on what the Coach Cam said.
Oh man, I agree with everything Coach Cam said, man. It feels good to think we got a pass rush. That's the thing right there. It feels good to have a legitimate pass rush. Not going to just hit a game and then we won't get for the next 5 or 6 games. So that's always good, man. And for me, being number 1 overall defense in the league, man, we just got to keep that consistent. Can we keep the week after week after week, especially when we get back players healthy and whatnot, to contribute back to with the defense? I think AJ Terrell might be a go. We'll say that for further on the show, but it just feels good knowing that the Falcons have a defense, especially a pass rush, something that we've been harping on for so many years. So yeah, it's been a long time. That's all I'm
Man,
gonna say.
we've been harping on that. We've been harping on that. Look, when I first started this thing long time ago, and you were the first one in the chat with me, and then K-Dub came along, and then everybody else from the Magnificent BirdCage crew fell in. I've been preaching this since we first started this thing.
Yeah.
Since we first started this thing.
Oh, yeah.
K-Dub preached about the quarterback position for the longest, and I preached about the defense. We said those are 2 things that you got to touch on. And that's one thing that we can go back in the archives and you can see. We've preached on that, and you also preached on getting a consistent kicker, as well as Coach Cam and many others. Shout out to Scoop the Black Wall Street, who coined the phrase point shaving coup, by the way. But K-Dub,
he put the giant.
Okay, Dub. So now that you have a pass rush, how do you feel that this secondary has come alive for this team? Glenn touched on that pass rush. How do you feel about the secondary and Jesse Bates and AJ finally having running mates now?
Man, I'm ecstatic, man. I mean, they did what I said I needed them to do in the draft, and they went and got bona fide starters to come out there and affect the turnover margin, and they have. I mean, this is just a small sample size. I didn't know we were going to jump to number 1 in that small sample size, so I'm impressed. But I want them to continue to play week in and week out. This is a tough league. You can get humbled this way. So continue to not read the press clippings and continue to things we did to get to that number 1 spot and play lights out football, man. Even for the backups and so forth. You know, the offers of the world and those guys, the guys that came in and helped us out and may need to help us out even this game because AJ, we're gonna see if he's gonna go for as a game time decision, but he may not go like Mooney may not go. So we may need these guys even right now and later down the stretch, you know, if we're going to try to go on this playoff run and try to go for this Super Bowl this year, because like I say, this is a toss-up year, man. There's no clean to win a Super Bowl right now. Everybody can get beat. Anybody can get beat. Any Sunday, I like my Falcons. I think we're an explosive offense, and I think we're just getting started. So that defense and the secondary.
We'll get to the offense in a minute. Hey, we
No,
want your defensive. We want your defensive analysis because we know we gonna get that
I'm
offense.
I'm trying to get the defense here. Like I can't help that I surf a little bit. When I'm coming back to the defense, I want the secondary to be lights out. I need Jesse Bates to continue to keep leading in a very high manner, even though everybody trying to be funny. It's not. Hey, that's what I need. I need everybody to continue to take Jesse Bates' lead and continue to soak up the playbook, man. X-Man is living up to his standards, and he's touching the football. Billy Badass Bowman is living up to his standards. I need him to go out there and tackle at a very high rate. We're gonna need him to tackle big Josh Allen. I mean, he's gonna be coming down with a head full of steam. We're gonna need guys to really wrap up and continue to tackle at a very high rate if we're going to keep that number one ranking coming out of this game with the Buffalo Bills, angry Buffalo Bills that just take a loss in their all white uniforms. So they're
Touch
pissed
on.
off, but we're going to come in and try to.
No, I was gonna ask you to touch on that number 2 cornerback spot because I know you called the safety
Okay.
spot with you called the safety spot with X-Man. I said you said Xavier was gonna start, and I said Billy Bowman was gonna be right on the field. He was taking Hellam's spot, and we both called that. I want to know what you think about because you spoke on Mike Hughes last Sunday. I mean, not last Sunday, Sunday before that. You spoke on that. What do you think he needs to do mentally to get back to where he needs to be at this point? Because this is a guy that you were the first to say, hey, I like Mike Hughes, I like the physicality, and I like what he brings to the table. What do you think he needs to do to get back into that form of the first half of the season last year that was shutting things down?
I mean, like I need to go watch some tape of how he played last year. I mean, I'm sure they got all this tape in the building. Maybe he needs to go look at his fundamentals, what he was doing that was successful last year for him. Sometimes you got to put the tape on and go in there and actually do some detailed studying up into this game. Like I say, Bijan said he does a lot of studying tape right before the game. Maybe that's what he needs to do. Like I say, pull that tape up. Let's get familiar with some of the mistakes or some of the things you did well from last season, and then you can go in out there on the field and going on the grass and apply it coming up for this Bills game and the rest of this season. I don't think he played terrible or anything like that, but we can try to get him back to last year's standards. That'd be great. But like I say, it's a tough league, week in and week out. You cover some of the best receivers in this league and them all. But I think he can play a lot better, and so we can go on a nice run here and not be so helter skelter of a team, and go out and continue to keep putting wins up and get on a hot streak here.
Most definitely. And now the thing I want to see this week, I got to touch on the linebackers because, again, even though I'm a secondary guy, I got to touch on the guys that are sitting behind those behemoths that's on that in that trenches. I got to see these guys because the last thing I want to see right now is Billy Bowman having to take a lot of one-on-one shots with Josh Allen. Josh is a big boy. Now, we know Bowman shows up in a bad way. We know that. But I challenge my linebackers this week. We need to be able to scrape, shuffle, and get downhill and fill those alleys and take that pressure off of the safeties and let them cover the back end. So our corners are not on that island by themselves this week. We've got to get linebacker pressure this week. That is something that's going to be critical. And this is a time where I believe Jalen Walker needs to be a spy this week for Josh Allen.
I would think the same thing.
If you're going to bring a guy in as a first rounder, all four of us are dog fans. So we watch Jalen Walker specialize in chasing quarterbacks down. One of the fastest quarterbacks that he chased down is playing for the Seattle Seahawks right now, and Jalen Milroe. Yes, Milroe beat the dogs for you Alabama fans that want to talk about it. But guess what? When Jalen was hitting him, he was putting BTA, and you know what that means. So, again, if you're going to use a guy, Jalen's got to be that guy that's going to be a spy this week, and you got to pull off the reins of the outside linebacker / edge rusher and JPJ. Those two got to go this week. You got to let those guys hunt this week because you're dealing with a pissed off Buffalo offense. Josh Allen is going to look to use his legs.
Yeah.
Well, Well, DeMarco Hellams is not even going to crack the starting lineup or even the rotation with this here. I understand that you want him to come in and hit, but if now Bowman goes down, then you put Hellams in. You have to at that point.
He can special team guy.
Yeah, he's a special team. He's a crash out.
Well, I understand you like Hellams, but boy,
exactly.
that spot long gone.
Yeah,
when you look at the 3-4 defense, it really doesn't help DeMarco Hellams at all. He's more so of a 4-4-3 guy. He's more of a 4-4-3 guy or a 3-5 or a 3-5-3 guy. That's where he plays best. But with the way our offense is set up, we play a 3-4 cover one look, which means our corners are usually on the island by themselves while the linebackers are playing hook to curl or curl flats. 9 times out of 10. So it's going to behoove us to move James Pierce or even
Diablo. Diablo's going to be the other one that you got to use.
And allow him to be the spy because you're going to have to keep Josh Allen in the pocket. If we get him outside the pocket, he's going to hurt us. So that's where Mike Hughes is going to come into play because honestly, if we looked at it, he's been picked on quite a bit this season. Mm-hmm. So Josh Allen is the type of guy, he will make his own, he'll make a mismatch. So it's really going to come down to the linebackers playing either a spy or a very tough cover 3 look to keep him inside where we don't allow him to get lanes to go outside too much. Because once he gets to create, that's where problems start.
Yeah, and don't fall for the pump fake. He loved the old school pump fake. Please don't fall for that defense because he will hit you with it. He will hit you with it.
But this is the problem, though. Now, Hellams is not going to be able to contain that run, man. Let's be real, Will. I understand it. And we going to get back to the topics, but I got to address this. Hellams didn't do nothing with James Cook when he was at Georgia and had him one-on-one. What the hell make you think he going to do something with him now and you have better blockers in front of him right now? Let's be real. James Cook just got a contract for a reason. He's a mismatch, not just running between the tackles. He's great at running routes. Like, look, no disrespect to Bijan because Bijan is doing his thing, but Cook is right up there with him. The numbers don't lie. Bijan is the best back in the league right now, but right behind him is James Cook. You can't take that. Buffalo paid that man for a reason. They paid him because he was ready to walk. So that should tell you something. When you have him in that situation where he's one-on-one with a linebacker, it ain't gonna work. That's a mismatch all day because of that speed. And now that he's been in the weight room, that also becomes a problem when he runs between the tackles and he hits that first gear full speed. So that's something that you cannot. That's something that you can't reincarnate. James, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I don't want to use the term, but I'll say this. James Cook has Ezel type speed. If you ever watch Friday and they make the joke, you ain't catching no crackhead, he got Ezel type speed. When he get out in the flats and he gets open, it is a mismatch.
Hey, that was funny. Ezel speed.
He got Ezel type speed. That's the
I gotta get that.
When you look at Cook, he got the Ezel type speed, and this is where Diablo comes into play. Diablo was known for his speed and coverage ability because in college he was a safety. You moved him to linebacker because he was a sure tackler. And he has a little bit more size on him now, but he still has those hands. He has those feet. The one thing you don't lose as a defensive back is your hips and your feet. You can be fat and out of shape, but I guarantee you put somebody on the cones, it's muscle memory. This guy has it, and he's in shape, but he's playing in the box, though. We literally have another safety on this defense. He's not a pure linebacker, but because of the skill set that he brings, he's very versatile in coverage. So when we got him in the offseason as a free agent acquisition, you're bringing a guy in here that has the mindset of understanding inches and leverages on how to cover. Okay, if I could take away his outside shoulder and use the sideline right here, his inside shoulder and force his outside shoulder to the sideline here, that right there is another boundary. Pay attention to how this man operates when he's running in the flats, when he's running curl routes. That is going to be our matchup with James Cook in this ball game.
Yep.
Ellis isn't going to be able to run with him. Trust me on that. Ellis has got to come downhill when he comes between the tackles. But if he lines up and gets to the outside, you have to have Diablo there. That is going to be a key matchup in that. Yes, they got two good tight ends, but we got guys who can cover their tight ends.
Yeah, we got guys cover tight end now. We ain't used to have that, but we got guys. I want you to throw it to them tight end. We digging that.
Well, Josh
Give me
Allen,
them
Josh Allen is like Baker Mayfield. He gonna give you one. You just got to capitalize off the one that he's gonna give you. But
I see two.
So here's something else that we got to also talk about. You mentioned K-Dub mentioned earlier tonight AJ Terrell. Terrell should play, but we don't know. But coming back right now from what it's looking like off the injury report, we actually know Troy Anderson probably will be coming back in this game. Taquan Graham will be coming back in this game. Just saying. It's a lot of guys that are possibilities, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring this list up for everyone so they can actually see what's going on with this injury report, because Buffalo also has a serious injury coming into this game, and it might hurt them falling forward. So this is what the injury report looks like. I know it's a little small, but I can read it off to the folks, and we're going to talk about it. Mooney didn't participate. I'm okay with him sitting, letting that hamstring get right. Clark Phillips III, he's not practicing. AJ Terrell had limited practice, so they're not going to push him, but he might be able to, but that's going to probably be a game time decision. Kadero Hodge, limited practice, growing. Natron Brooks, he's still in the concussion protocol. Graham had a full practice today, and Nate Carter, our other running back, had a full participation in practice today. So those are positive signs when we're adding a defensive lineman coming back, and we're also adding a running back to give it a three-headed monster, even though we know who's going to get the bulk of the carries. But it's good to have that type of assurance coming back. Now, Buffalo at this point, they're literally a little upset about a few things, and I can tell you why. They're going to have a key player that's probably game time decision as well. And that right there can also hurt them coming into this ball game. Now, I want to ask you guys something. I'm going to let K-Dub start, and then we're going to go around the round robin. When you look at the injury report that we have, quietly, Atlanta's starting to get pieces back quietly. And we're getting ready to go, and it's going to feed into the next topic or whatnot, and I want you guys to talk about it. We got to build off that momentum from Washington, but when you have these players that have been injured, some played in the preseason, some didn't, and guys are starting to come back, how are you guys feeling about this depth that's coming back into the fold right now for this team?
What we need is depth to be sustainable, man. Like I said, I talked about it early before the season, leading up into the season. We need to stay healthy. So it's good that we're getting guys back healthy with having this number one defense and having a top 10 offense. So, I mean, it's in a good place to be a Falcon fan right now, because we normally be at the bottom of the barrel. And that shows that we're making some progress, but we just got to continue to show consistency, like we say every time on this show, from top to bottom, from me to you to Coach Lou to Graybeard to whoever come on the show. We got to stay consistent. We coach consistently, play consistently, and study and practice consistently. So they just got to continue to keep building off of that, man, and moving forward.
And here's a big thing, because we talked about Ryan Nizel being banged up or whatnot. This is just something just to put in your cap, and I'm gonna let you go, Gary Graybeard. He's one of 3 centers in the NFL right now that's committed no penalties this season at all, and he's not allowed any early pressures through the first 5 weeks of the season. That's huge. That is huge for a center that, he had playing time, but now that he's the man, he's showing why he's the man and why Atlanta trusts him at this point. So congrats to Ryan Nizel. Let's keep this up, because 5 games don't mean anything to me. I need to see it till week 17. That's where I'm at. Consistency is key. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man AJ, my former barber or whatnot. That's his slogan for his company. So I got to make sure I give him a plug because I don't need him hitting me up for a 10% 10% refund charge or whatnot. But Great Beard, what's your expectations when this lineup comes back and when we get healthy again?
Well, I mean, I picked them to make an impact, but I want them to be able to flow with the defense, man. Because right now defense has a pretty good rhythm with the rotation that they got right now. We just want to add into it and whatnot and enhance it. So I think this is gonna plus for us. Like you said, we need to ride the momentum after this big win with the Washington Commanders, man. We need to build that momentum because we got a long haul before we get another bye week. So with that case, we need to build the momentum and get people back healthy, especially on the defense side of the ball, with the defensive line, with the linebacker core as well. And hopefully we get back AJ. If it ain't this game, the following game after that, because we're going to be on a short week as well. So getting that depth back will play dividend to us in the long run.
And that's the crazy thing when you talk about it. And in that long run, I'm looking at it from this point. Everybody's like, oh, AJ need to hurry up. Mooney need to hurry up. No, they don't. Because guess what? You're getting guys with valuable reps. You're getting guys that are behind them. If they got to come in and play, they're not going to be ice cold. So at this point, I'm fine with sitting them dudes. Let them heal up. We got players. Let them heal up. I understand that y'all got fantasy points and they're fan favorites. To hell with your fantasy points at this point. I'm telling you that now. Screw your fantasy points. I don't care. I care about my players being on this team for 17 games. That's what I care about. To hell with all the fantasy stuff. I need reality on this field. Need a little bit more reality of winning ball games and getting to the playoffs. Coach Cam, what you got?
More so just following up with what Great Bear said. The biggest thing that we need to look for is continuity because, like you said earlier, let's say we get to week 12 or 11 and we lose somebody. The guys that are playing right now, they're fired up to get back into the starting lineup. So all they're doing is getting better week by week by week by week. So if that ever does happen, they're ready to step right into that spot and contribute. So when you have guys like a Braylon Trice who's coming back, you got Rook Aurora starting to hit his stride, and Brandon Dorless and all these guys who are playing well. All it does is allow us to change our reps for those guys, where we can have those guys play 2 or 3 reps at a time, where they're not having to beat up their bodies. Now we have a slew of bodies that we're throwing at teams that offensive lines can only prepare for so many. You can't prepare for 12 to 15 pass rushers in the game. And the way that Atlanta is looking right now, because we have a small group of people, all the people that are coming back are going to be healthy, which means that allows them to get into that rotation. They start to get game pace. Now they're starting to feel confident in what's being called. Now Jeff Ulbrich can start really ramping up those pass rushes and getting creative with his play calls, especially when you have guys like Devon Diablo, AJ Terrell coming back, having X-Man and Jesse Bates just free roaming the back boundary. So it allows you to get confident and way more fundamental with the play calling on defense, and it allows the offense to stay off the field for longer periods of time where they're not having to bail us out. So we don't have to worry about the offense always being perfect or putting up 30 to 40 points a game for us to win. Now we can be more balanced and methodical with how we do our offensive play calling and what we call on defense.
So before I get on to my soliloquy, I want to go ahead and give a late birthday shout out. Happy belated. I spoke to him online, but I'm giving it to him publicly. Happy belated birthday to our man Richie. Appreciate you coming through. Gotta give you a
happy birthday.
Y'all tap into his network, Dirty Birds or whatnot. He's on YouTube. If I got it wrong, Rich, put it in the chat for the folks, man.
I think it's Dirty Falcons.
Dirty Falcons podcast. Y'all check into the Dirty Falcons podcast with Rich. definitely great insight. You want to hear how he breaks down the press conferences and gives it to you from the fan perspective. He's the best podcast when it comes to hearing the fan perspective, next to our boy Marcus Washington doing their thing, and also Smitty Smith and A1 doing their thing too. So y'all tap in with Rich, man. He's getting this thing up and going, and y'all help him get it going, because we definitely support him here in the cage like he supports us. Getting to the defense at this point, and here you go, Rich. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a start. There you go, Dirty Falcons podcast, YouTube. Check him out. He has stuff. Put it this way, he's got videos that just pop up. So y'all stay tuned to that. He doesn't have a set schedule yet. Just stay tuned. But getting to what we have to deal with, and Buffalo has got injuries coming up. You know, Ed Oliver. You got Dawkins that's hurt. You got Curtis Samuel. And, you know, these guys are full participants, but they're not going to be 100%. That plays into Atlanta's favor. You have to also account for Dalton Kincaid at this point. Kincaid is going to be a problem. Even if we do have our great DBs on him, safeties, he's a guy that you're not going to stop him. The only thing that you can do is contain him. He's going to get his. He's one of those. One of the best in the league that they're giving him his credit now, but I think he should have been getting it a long time ago. He's only in his third year, and he's been hurting feelings since he's been in the league. You know, if you look at his playoff run when they pretty much had Kansas City on the ropes. He was the one who was torching that defense. So again, we got to protect the seams of the field. We got to protect the middle of the field, because he can run every route on the route tree like a receiver, but where he's most dangerous is on those seam routes. He is dangerous in the middle of the field, and we have to protect that.
He's literally Josh Allen go-to guy and safety blanket on third down.
Exactly. So in this situation, what I'll say is this: yes, we got the positivity coming off this Washington game, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because we got to get to the next topic. The way that we build off of this, play smart football.
Yeah. Just
play smart football. Do what you did against Washington. Don't shoot yourself in the foot and cost yourself momentum. Don't put yourself in the bind where you can't get off the field on third down, and tackle well. Yeah. Do not repeat what you did in Carolina. Do not do what you did in Carolina.
Oh, we don't never need to repeat that.
Ever. Tackle well, play smart, play physical, and don't kill momentum. That's pretty much all I got with how you build off the momentum going in the Washington game. Now, we're getting ready to face one of the toughest schedule runs after this bye week.
Yeah, about to be rough.
Because we get the 49ers after these guys.
And they're hot.
Hot as fish grease. And so when you sit back and you look at it, this is going to be a game where Atlanta gains respect. Atlanta gains respect at this point. The Miami game, I don't think it's going to be a tough stretch. But Buffalo, San Francisco, and the Patriots are going to be three tough games. Miami's in disarray right now. I got us winning that game. But I'm focused on this week right now. But I'm just saying. We have one of the toughest stretches. Yeah, but what I'm saying is we have one of the toughest stretches at this point when you look at it and think about it. You got the Patriots, we got to go to Indianapolis, and then you got the Panthers coming to our house, and then we go to New Orleans, and then after that we go to New York with the Jets. The Jets have talent. They just haven't put it together yet. And we can't let that game be a game that they put things together against us. What up, Debo vibes? Debo!
Well, and Justin Fields 2-0 again.
Yep. And here's the other thing. Now I'm going through the rest of it. You got the Cardinals. You got to go to the Arizona Cardinals. And then you got the Rams coming to Atlanta for a Monday night game. But remember, even before you get to that, you got to go to Tampa for a Thursday night game. It's going to be warm, so thank God. You got Seattle coming into Atlanta, and you finish the season with New Orleans. Again, the toughest stretch that we have coming up. Now, we had our bye week a little too early, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, I agree.
We had it early. We had it early.
Way early. So at
We
this
definitely had it
point,
early.
bringing that depth back and guys coming back off that injury report, why do you think I'm telling folks we don't need AJ back so soon? Not yet. We don't need Mooney back so soon just yet. Because guess what? They need to be 100% when they come back. We don't need them coming in, contributing, and then falling off the wayside again. Can't do that. That's a problem. So how do you guys feel about this stretch? I got mine off just now. I want to hear. I'm gonna start with Cam, Graybeard, K-Dub. How do y'all feel about this stretch of games that we're getting ready to go through? This gauntlet of games, fellas.
Honestly, I love it. And the reason why I love it is because we've seen what this team is made of through 4 games. So the more that we get pushed, we can only see just how better this team, how much better this unit can be with those guys coming back. So I'm excited to see, because if we show half of what this team could be, we can only imagine how much better they'll be further down the line, especially with our young guys really getting those viable reps early. So if this does turn into a playoff caliber season, they're not going into these big games with, eyes like deer, deers in the headlight look. They're prepared for this because they went through these tough games. They went on the road and had to play, playoff environment football. So they get to learn in this process. So for me, it's a great thing to see it, because once we get further down the line and we really start to get into the divisional games, that's where these lessons are going to come shining through. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Graybeard, what you got?
Yeah, I agree with Cam. I think these type of games right here will build the character of our football team, because we're used to always looking at these games being like, we might take an L on this one, or might take an L on this one. But these games right here, if they win these games, all they're gonna do is propel their confidence, and they're gonna get that continuity just a little bit better than it was the previous week. So yeah, I'm with Cam, man. I like it. We need these type of games. Go through the fire. Therefore, if we do make it to the playoff, we don't have these deer in the headlight type of game, especially if we're playing a divisional, especially if we playing a team like Green Bay, team like the Eagles, who ain't looking good right now, or any other team in the NFC right now. If we make it to the postseason, so I like these type of games, man. Bring it on, man. Iron sharp iron.
Mm-hmm. K-Dub, what you got?
Well, I mean, like I say, man, just like everybody else say, I'm ready for it. Pressure bust pipes. Like I say, I'm tired of being the butt of everybody's joke. So if we go out and do what we supposed to do and win
Yeah.
these games, let's see what they got to say then. I don't even want to ask for respect. Just go out there and win, and then all the accolades will come in. Like I say, stay consistent. It's your time to shine. That's why all these prime time games. And for some reason, we play great on. Let's go get it. Lately
Hey,
on prime time, we've been doing all
you
right.
just said
So
something real important just now. You said something real important, because over the
what's that?
last 3 or 4 seasons, when we did get primetime games, this team didn't show up.
Yeah.
They didn't show up. In the games we played this season, with the light brightest, this team has shown up, and they don't go away.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy part when you say, hey, also, y'all check out Debo Vibes' channel, please. Has some of the if you want to know what some of the best food is in the city of Atlanta, y'all check out Debo Vibes. Great shorts,
Southside.
great places for folks that are Falcon fans that are not from the city. He definitely will have a ton of places for you to go to fill your belly up. Also, check out his throwback episodes where he talks about the 80s, the 90s, TV shows, music, and so many other, and dating topics as well. Because there are some folks out here that are still brokenhearted, but we're going to get to the mental health part of this thing a little later, and that's also part of the mental health. So, Debo Vibes, appreciate what you do in the community, my brother. Now, also, the one thing I can say about the Falcons at this point, before we go to commercial break, I'll say this. The Falcons are a team that, you're right, they turn on when the lights get bright. This is what these new Falcon players do. And it's reminiscent, and yeah, I'm going in history, and I don't give a damn. Go back and look at the Oakland Raiders of the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and hell, even the early 90s. Anytime they were on primetime TV, they was kicking ass. Anytime they was on primetime TV. If you look at their record on Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football during those times, they had the winningest record. The Dallas Cowboys wasn't touching that. The 49ers wasn't touching that. It was the old school Raiders. And my thing is, I need these Falcons to take that type of mentality. Guess what? You turn on them lights, I need you to show up. What's up, K-Dub?
No, I was just saying that Indy game will be played in London, not in Indy. Just this correction.
Gotcha.
International game. All right.
I forgot we had an international game this year.
Well,
that's fine.
No,
that's fine. Well, guess what? That means when we go to London, we can pretty much beat them down and have some tea and crumpets with the Queen of England. That's how we go do it. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get to the commercial break, man. We gonna pay some bills. Y'all stay tuned. We got you covered. It's the BirdCage, y'all. Tap in before and after Falcons games with the BirdCage. You know how we get down. We have the pregame meal for you before the game where fans get to express their likes, dislikes, and things that they would like to see happen in the game to come with the Falcons. Also, check out the halftime analysis with the historian. You know how we get down with that. And also tap in with the magnificent BirdCage crew with the Party Liner Benediction post-game show. You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. We'll catch it in. Ghost. BirdCage. Welcome back, folks. We had to pay some bills and drop a little knowledge on you. This is a little something that we're going to be coming to you every week. Man, this is what we do. So letting you know, and we're going to continue to keep that message going. Pre-game meal before every game, halftime report, and then you get to come to the Party Line of Benediction post-game show. But I prefer the Party Line. The Benediction show gave me too many gray hairs and too many heart attacks, almost fake heart attacks like Fred Sanford at this point. Tired of y'all coming in here crying and complaining. We need to win some games so y'all can be happy. But damn it, half of y'all still be crying when we win.
This is true.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we gotta stop that. That's my Christmas list wish. Everybody start complaining about a win. Just stop it. Like, find something better to do. We won. It's a tough league. Look at the league. Don't look at the entire league. It's a tough league. It's tough. You think we upset? Look at some of these other teams. You see the Chief fan. And some of these teams that are used to not winning right now. So guess what? We're in a good spot. We got the number one defense, even though it's a small sample size. Just to win the last time we had the number one defense. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Exactly.
Been a while.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You're right.
You putting it in. I can't be mad at you on that. But here's the thing: the defensive keys to the Bills, to stopping the Bills, it's real simple.
Josh Allen.
Tackle and stop Josh Allen. Because and James Cook. You got to limit James Cook and what he can do in open space. And every time Josh Allen decides to run, you have to punish him. You have to have Josh Allen. You got to have Josh Allen in a situation where you hit him so hard, you just make him look up and just say, "Oh, Heavenly Father." That's what you got to have him saying. Every time you hit him,
that was a good one.
You just got to have him say, "Oh, Heavenly Father." You just got to have him throwing it up, man. But
you can't get.
again, all you can do is have this defense on attack mode, but offensively, that's a whole nother world. But we're gonna stick with the defense. Don't get beat deep, hit Josh Allen, and just pretty much get off the field on third down. Do not let them extend drives. That is the keys to this defense in this here. And pretty much, like I said, containing James Cook. Kincaid is going to get what he gets, but I believe we put the clamps on him. So that's pretty much the few keys I got. What y'all got?
One of my keys. Oh, my bad, Kato. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You good?
No, I was just okay. One of my keys is do not allow James Cook to get in the rhythm. Running the football. We already know what James Cook can do if you're a Bulldog fan. The man is lightning fast, and the more touches he get, the better he get. So, with that being said, man, we can't allow him to get in the rhythm. We can't allow Josh Allen to just get in the pocket and look pretty. You know what I'm saying? Finally, Keon Coleman and Kincaid and everybody else on the offense that he has, man. We really got to make him look flustered from the opening tip of the ball. I mean, from the opening tip of the game, man. We cannot allow him to get in the rhythm. He's the reigning MVP of last year, and you know why? Because he can take over a game at any point of the game. So we got to make sure we keep him off balance somehow on the defensive side of the ball.
I think just to piggyback off of what you guys were saying is I just feel like we need to get off to a fast start on the offense, get some points up, so they're forced to throw it instead of run with James Cook. And then when he get into that throwing and pass situations, I'm saying, man, take his cookies, man. I got them turnover boys out here, man. JB3 ain't got his hands on that. Hey, look.
Yeah,
he got hands on that yet.
Paul, my brother.
Paul, brother.
Man, hold on. You got wait a minute. We all sat back and just looked like
Paul.
We looking at you now, just like what?
Okay, well, I'm sorry, everybody. Pause. No, he his hands on the football. Like I say, I'm just waiting.
Oreo.
I'm just
famous
just waiting. Hey, get his hands on them cookies, man. So you need to take their cookies, man, and take the ball away, man. Like I said, we got those guys led the nation.
Hit the Paul button. Paul.
I already said Paul. How many times I say it? God dang, man.
You said it for.
I'm like, no, okay, can I keep going on with the soliloquy here?
Go ahead.
Hey, JB3 and the rest of the safeties get their hands on the football and turn them over. That's what I'm looking for. So when y'all see the game, you see them 2, 3 toes. Hey, Dub, on the spot.
Now here's something else we got to talk about too. Special teams will have to play a pivotal role in this game to win. Because here's the thing. We're going to have to cash in on points every time we go down there because Allen's going to try to turn this game into a track meet. Now, if we can't get 7, which I expect us to get 7 in the red zone because I've seen us dial it up, we gotta turn our kicker and say, hey man, get out here. He's still on the fence with me at this point because you missed 2 chip shots outside. I'm not sold until
he endured this game.
Yeah. But here's the thing, I'm not sold until I see him kicking outside again. I got to see him outside.
I got to see him outside in the wind. I want to see you in the wind outside. But right now, I know you inside to this game, but in the wind.
And that's the main
wind swirling.
But that's the main thing. We're gonna have to rely on him and Bradley Pinion in this game too, because we're gonna have to flip the field. We're gonna have a longer field to defend. We can't play Buffalo and having short field. That is going to be very crucial because if you give Buffalo short field, Josh Allen will eat. I don't give a damn how elite the defense is. Josh Allen will eat. And if he eats or whatnot, that can be bad for our team because with the inconsistency we've had with play calling and momentum offensively this year, We don't need to get behind these guys. We got to jump out on them early.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah, the pick. No,
or
I
to
was
say
just,
it like they say in Philly, and I'll let you get it. Just like they say up here in Philly, early. That's how you got to get it.
no, I was just gonna pick about what King Rich got too, man. We need to limit their time on the field. That means we need to
Thanks.
control. We need to control clock. We
Yeah.
need to run the ball.
Yeah, we're gonna run that football. We definitely gonna, he already came out and said we're gonna run the football.
So
Yeah,
I think
and Tyler Algier better not get forgotten.
He better not get forgotten. It should already be established like a
no,
20,
I
30 kid, whatever. They should already have
I
hey, this that kid they're
guarantee
gonna get these guys.
I guarantee the Buffalo Bills have circled one player, and his name is Bijan. Oh,
Oh man,
that
man,
that that
everybody in the league done circle Bijan. Okay,
and
Yeah.
that
everybody in the
and
league.
that's when we give them a nice healthy dose of that Tyler Algier.
So I'm gonna give you this when you speak on that, and we're gonna transition to the next portion of the show. It's gonna take a little bit, but I'm okay with it tonight because it's important. But Bijan is a great player, but he ain't a marked man like that at that point because it's still a lot of weapons around him that still keep that pressure off of him. Because if you really want to go back and look at it, hell, I'll give you a couple of players that were marked men and still had to do it with limited help. Barry Sanders is one. Walter Payton, my idol, is the other one. Then you got to look at, and I'm going old school for you, right out of St. Simon Island, Georgia, went through Syracuse and became one of the greatest to ever do it, Mr. James Nathaniel Brown. That man played 9 seasons and was a marked man. Yeah, they would throw the ball, but guess what? He had 70% of that offense. 70% of that offense where he was running, catching, doing it all. He had pieces around, but they leaned on the big man. So when you talk about it, Bijan got more help than a lot of these other backs. So I can't say that he's too much of a marked man at this point. He's a target, but when I say a marked man, when you predicate 11 men on defense to stop one, you're one of those type of guys.
I agree.
And the guys I just named, Walter, Barry, Jim, hell, Gale Sayers, they were those guys. They didn't have help like that at the beginning of their careers like that. They were carrying teams by themselves.
You're right.
Bijan at least got a couple of wide receivers here and there that could take a little pressure off him. They didn't have anything. So I can't say he's a marked man yet. Now, if we lost everybody on this offense and he was literally by himself like Saquon Barkley was in New York, then I can say he was a marked man. Because Saquon got the hell kicked out of him at that point.
That's why you got injured.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. What up, GA Texas boy? But let's get to it, man. We're gonna speak a little bit about mental health, and we're gonna put this in here because this falls into the mental health and the sanity of guys. We got Falcon players that were nominated for the Hall of Fame. And when you look at the type of players that were nominated and the guys that are nominated right now, and I'll give you the 8 names, you got Mike Ken, Tommy Nobis, Billy White Shoes Johnson, Chris Hinton, Clay Matthews Jr., Roddy White was in that as well. When you look at those guys and those players that were nominated during this time, you have to respect the times that these guys played. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but the mental anguish that they had with the Atlanta Falcons, it was a toxic relationship for most of them. Let's be honest, because most of the players minus Roddy White went through the days of losing, consistently losing. And when you talk about it, it's just like a bad relationship or a bad marriage. When you look at how guys go through taking painkillers, going through, relationship situations with their families because they're not home. You're talking about the physical health that they put on the line. It affects them mentally because the sacrifices that they've made, they don't get rewarded at the end. And us as fans, we don't make it any easier for them. Hell, I use me as an example. I'm tough on Kyle Pitts.
Yes, you
Reason
are.
being, is because of the fact that he's got tools to be a great tight end, but he's just barely getting by. And that's my problem. When you see a guy that's got the potential to be a great player, and you had great players to come before him, and he just shuffles along. And you had guys to give blood, sweat, and tears to this organization and deal with ungrateful fans in this fan base. I'm part of that too. I'm calling myself out too, because it's been times I've been ungrateful. I'll stand and say it. But when you look at the stresses that they've gone through, these guys are in bad places mentally sometimes when they get passed on because they play for a horrible organization. There's no way in hell that Tommy Noble should have not been in the Hall of Fame by now.
He should have been in the Hall of Fame.
It took too long for Claude Humphrey to get in. I'm sorry. When I speak on these legendary Falcons, Mike Ken had over 10 years here in Atlanta and never really missed a game and was a monster. Got great numbers. So when you look at it, you've had guys here. Billy White Shoes Johnson wasn't here that long. Mainly, he was in Houston majority of his career, but he came here and was electric. Clay Matthews Jr., Jr., we got, at the end of his career, most of his stuff was in Cleveland. But when you look at these guys that were here, mentally, they were damaged. You've heard how some of these guys are when they break away from the NFL. They're bitter towards the team. And I call out the Atlanta Falcons organization. Y'all are wrong in how y'all treat a lot of your former players. And we've heard this from multiple that have done this show.
Yeah.
We've heard from multiple. You've got to change how you treat people, because if you can't treat people right, you don't know what they're going through in their personal life. Yeah, this is their job, but guess what? You have to put perspective in it, folks, myself included. I'm tough on Kyle because I want him to be great. Yeah, I dislike he's a Gator, but I'll never take away from his talent. The boy is talented, period. But speaking on us as fans, we lean on football, and I'm going to let you guys chime in. A lot of us lean on football because the pressures of life that we have out here. Relationships, parenthood, every bills, health. When you look at how people are depressed, sometimes Falcon football is the one thing that keeps people from harming themselves and taking themselves away from loved ones or doing anything. I know some people pray, some people don't. But we lean on the Falcons to give us a little bit of joy. So if we're passionate as fans, we deal with depression in many other ways. And unfortunately, the Falcons have given us nothing but things to be depressed about on top of stuff in life. Find things that you love to do. Talk to people. We got Falcon fan groups. We got issues amongst each other that we need to start fixing. We got groups that, and I'm going to say it like Pimp C said it. We got all this talent that's around here with these podcasters and everybody else, but we all looking at trying to get our crumbs. The hell with getting crumbs. Let's get this bread factory. We can all come together as Falcon content creators if we put our damn pride aside and understand that we need each other. Whether it's competition-wise, put the petty BS aside. We need each other because you don't know what somebody's going through in their life. William Mamie called us from a hospital bed once.
Yeah.
Marcus was in a hospital bed when he did a show. Shout out to Marcus Washington. Y'all check out On the Mark. That's what I'm talking about. So when we look at all of this, sometimes these shows are breaks for people. Check on your fellow Falcon fans. Check on your family that are Falcon fans. And even outside of that, keep God first in your life. And whoever you pray to, if you don't believe in the Lord, whatever you pray to or whatever you believe in, find things outside of this to help you combat some of the things, because these boys are going to get their paychecks on Monday morning. Either way, win or lose.
Yep.
So how do you guys feel about everything that I'm speaking on when we talking about the mental health of fans, players, and things of that sort when we speak on this?
For me,
No,
go ahead, Kate. I went first the last time. Go ahead, man.
no, I was just gonna say, just piggyback off what the historian was saying is, it's just fine, close to talk to. I mean, it's no shame in having a therapist. Go ahead and get your professional because sometimes, friends they only know so much, and sometimes professional help. So don't be ashamed, and go ahead and if you have the means to get you some professional help with your mental health, then do so. And that's all I just want to put into that because we all struggle with everything, and not just football, but just in life in general. Sometimes football can be an escape, and don't take football too serious, man. That's why I stopped betting years ago, so you don't take away from your financial aspect. I know some people love to bet, but if you just take a loss where okay, we just lost, it's just a loss, it's just a sport, then it's cool. But when you had to pay up also, it was another double stressor for me. So I know it's easier said than done, but just to throw that out there, if you're struggling with that, maybe let go of the gambling. So once the Falcons maybe do lose or whatever it may be, it's not so stressful or so anguish on you where you just so upset, you just spewing curse words and putting yourself in a bad place mentally. But other than that, I mean, we saying some positive things on this show. Seek some help from either a family friend or a close relative of yours or a coworker, whoever it may be, that you could trust in and get you some help. But if not, go ahead and get that professional help because they have means to help you and have basically different coping mechanisms they can give you in such a situation that will help you to decide your health other sorts of times.
I'll open up and say this, and I'm gonna let you two go. I deal with PTSD. I battle with suicide from my days in the military. And then, not just that, a lot of stuff that I deal with in life. Me having this platform to talk to my Falcon brothers that's up here with me and communicate with these fans here, it's got me through a lot of tough days. It's got me through a lot of tough days, and y'all don't realize how much of a family that y'all are. I might argue, cuss, and fuss and be ready to knock the hell out of half of y'all. Just gonna be honest. But it's an outlet for me to get away from some of the things that I deal with in life. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I love this game and never stopped loving it and didn't understand how to let it go when the game left me when I was done playing. I didn't understand how to let things go when the military left me at that point in my life. And I'm just opening up, just giving a little bit. I'm not going to give too much, but when you talk about taking your medication, you're talking about talking to people and understanding, because here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that you have people that have all walks of life. We got people in the fan base who are psychiatrists. You have people that are in the fan base that are ministers. You have people in the fan base that have charities that fall under the things that can help you out, or just even a friendly phone call, even if it's through social media. You know what I mean? You're not alone out here if you feel as if life is over. And this is not, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, fellas, and everybody. This hasn't been one of my best days. This hasn't been one of my best days. Getting on here took me out of the dark place that I was in. I'm not all the way out of it. I'm still in it right now. But being around you guys and talking to my Falcon family about the team that we love takes the pressure off of it. Every day, God gives us a chance and a choice. And I'm taking the choice to open up and talk about mental health with everybody in here, just like I talk about Falcon football. Because right now is not my best day. But damn it, maybe I can help somebody get through and understand that you're not the only one. That man that's below me, Coach Cam, you can talk a little bit about it, bro.
Uh, so just a quick story to be transparent with everybody. Back in my army days, I had a buddy named Burl Glass. Me and him became tight as thieves. We both came up through boot camp together, made it through our C school and B schools together. We almost became brothers. And one day he reached out to me, and I was just busy doing a whole bunch of nothing. But I never returned his phone call. The next morning, I found out that he took his life. It took me 2 years to get over that. To this day, I still cry about it. There's still things that I'm not completely wrap my mind around. But the one thing that I've always said is that the next time any of my brothers ever reached out to me, there would never be a day I wouldn't pick up the phone. I don't care. We could have had a whole fight the day before, and if you call me and say, "Hey, I'm not doing okay. I'm not doing all right. Something I'm not feeling good about something," you better call me, or we're gonna have another fight. Because I take every day of my life after that day extremely serious when it comes to this. It's not easy dealing with the loss of someone that you accept into your life and you become family. So for anybody out there, I don't care if you're not a Falcons fan. If you're watching this right now and you're not in a good place and you're not okay, it's okay. There's somebody here that's looking for you. There's someone here that you have no idea the strength that you put out in the world. They're watching that and they're pulling strength from that to say, "Hey, I can get up tomorrow and try this thing one more time."
Yeah.
So I don't know everybody by name. I don't know everyone by face. But if there's ever a time that you need to reach out, reach out. If you can, reach out by DM, whatever. Any of us here. I tell Ryan all the time, if you even think you got a headache, come talk to me about it. Let's get it out there. Let's talk through it. Because I never want to be responsible for not being there for another one of my brothers or my sisters. It doesn't matter what color you are. Hurt does not, differentiate between race, creed, or sex. Pain is pain. And it doesn't make you any less of a man or a woman to say, "I'm not feeling okay. I'm not doing well. I need help." Those are some of the strongest words any person can utter out their mouth. I need help.
And the greatest example of that, and a lot of people are tough on him because of what happened. And we all make mistakes. There's people that have messed up marriages. Hell, I've messed up relationships in my life with people, whether it's in a relationship with a woman or just friendships or business deals. I've screwed up. I have no problem with saying it. I'm transparent with it. I want y'all to honestly know when I speak, I'm speaking from this. It's not scripted. This is not off. This is just me speaking off the cuff and letting you in to a part that most people don't get to see, except these guys from time to time. But you have to also give yourself grace when you screw up. You have to give yourself grace because you're going to be your hardest critic and you're going to be your toughest adversary with anything that you might screw up if you have a conscience to understand accountability. If you don't understand accountability, you're going to have to find it soon enough. It's okay to say you was wrong about something. It's okay to say, "Hey, I messed up. I'm sorry." But give yourself that grace. The other thing, don't wait until it's too late and when you're too far gone to get help. Don't wait. Always, if you feel uncomfortable, you say something to somebody. If it's not, give it to somebody you trust. Heck, you can roll up to a church. If you don't trust anybody, go up to a church. Go up to a Catholic church. Talk to a priest. I mean, these people it's people here that if you don't have any money to do it, find ways to do it. You can talk to a bus driver. I mean, if you catch city transportation, It's so many people out here that you can talk to. Hell, if you go to the barbershop and get a haircut, guess what? When you're talking to your barber, that's paid for therapy for that hour that you're there, for 45 minutes. That's really what that is. You're paying for their services, but you're also paying for help. Same with the beauty salon. If you're there all day, instead of just gossiping about problems, talk about the issues you have and you're trying to work through. It's okay. Calvin Ridley screwed up big time here. It's what it is. Everybody knows it. But the one thing that he did take accountability for in his letter that he wrote, and he sought help. I can't do anything but respect it, because there are many other people that blame it and go on. Just gonna keep it a buck. Like, I'm not here to trash anybody. I'm not here to be anybody's judge and jury, because us as fans, we make it very hard on a lot of athletes.
We do.
We make it hard on them.
I think the hardest thing for us to do, especially us men, is to admit that we got a problem. Admit, you know what? I'm not all right. Especially in the armed forces or whatever. One of the hardest things for me when I got out was the adjustment from being in the military, being told where to be, when to be, on time, everything. Pretty much, it was Groundhog Day while I was in the military. When I got out, I didn't know what to do. The first couple of weeks, I was literally lost, because I'm so used to a schedule that I was in for such a long time, and that was hard to admit. And I think for a lot of us, man, the hardest thing for us to admit is when we're not right up here, because it's frowned upon in our mind, or we always got told, hey, suck it up.
Yeah.
Be a man. Be a man about it. Big boys don't cry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think what everybody don't echo the thing. I'm about to echo the thing. Kind of what everybody said, man. Go out there and get some help, man. Life is too short.
Get you some help.
Get you some help. It is okay to not be okay.
And here's the thing. There's a guy by the name of Donnie Moore, for you baseball fans. If you don't know about him, played for the California Angels back in the 80s. And they, late 80s, they had a chance to go to the World Series and make it. He gets rocked for a home run and it killed him. Donnie Moore was was one of the best pitchers, closers in the game. That moment where he got rocked in the game versus the Oakland A's, matter of fact, back in the 80s, it drove him to drinking and suicide.
Mm.
And a lot of that came from fan mail, calls, death threats. And this is my thing. Us as fans, we don't have the right to argue about somebody's personal life. Now, if you want to fuss and cuss at them because they screwed up on a play, go ahead. But you don't have the right to threaten somebody's life because they lost the game. It's a game. And the pressures that these cats feel, yeah, they're getting paid money. But here's the thing. What if you screwed up on your job and somebody gave you a death threat? Just saying. Mistakes are made every day. Donnie Moore, if you don't know, look up the story. It's a sad story because he was one of the best to do it. And he shot himself in the head and killed himself. He also harmed his wife, his ex-wife, was widow, who's still living now. He harmed her physically during that time and actually shot her. Didn't kill her, but harmed her. Y'all have to be careful about what you do to people because you don't know where they are in their life. Yes, we can get upset. Yes, we can get angry at players for doing stuff, but you cannot put them in a position like that because they're human just like anybody else.
Yeah.
You don't need to, just like Kyron Lacey right now. God rest that young man's soul. The worst thing that could have happened to him, he was innocent and knew he was innocent.
And nobody else believed him.
And nobody believed him until they saw the footage later. And the kid shot and killed himself. Not only did he take his own life, he ended a dream because he would have been going to the league that same year.
Yeah, he should have been in the league now.
So when we talk about mental health, y'all got to back off some of these folks. A lot of us, we're former amateur athletes. We made it to a level that we didn't. So guess what? Stop trying to live your damn dreams through these people because they don't care. 85% of the athletes don't even like the fans, whether you know it or not. They don't say it. They're never going to say it because they're not going to mess up their money. But for me, having ties to former athletes and things of that sort, and I'm not going to put stuff out there like that I know, a lot of athletes hate the game when they get older. They lose the love for it after they leave college and they become professionals because it's a business and they got to deal with dumbass fans. And we push them to that place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be a little rough, but we talk Falcon ball all the time, but we got to also talk about the ugly side that needs to be fixed. I'm not saying everybody's going to do it because guess what? You still got some people that's a couple of sandwiches away from a picnic basket and it's not going to register with them. And they're watching this show right now. And it's okay. But just know that you're part of the problem.
Exactly.
They got enough pressure as is outside. And they got to focus and do their job and still keep you happy. Half of these dudes play with injuries throughout the whole year and you don't even know it. It just doesn't get reported.
Yeah.
If you play ball on any level, you understand. If you don't get banged up and nicked up during the season, you didn't play.
No, you're on the sideline the whole time.
Even the sideline guys are banged up because they're practice dummies.
Yeah, they get to practice. They got to go practice.
So again, everybody's banged up. Everybody's getting treatment.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is a lot of the fans out here, yes, we hold people to expectations, but we don't have the right to push them into a space mentally that is going to cause them to harm each other. Oh, they need to get tough. They having millions of dollars. No, it don't work like that. Just because they're making money don't mean that you have the right to sit there and threaten their life. That means you don't have the right to threaten their family. Like, I'm just going to be honest. God knows if I would have probably been in a situation to make it. Wouldn't have been a jerk about it. I'd have declined stuff graciously. But let somebody throw something at me or spit at me. I would have taken I'm telling you now, I would have been like Russell Westbrook was in Philly when the Washington Wizards lost to the Sixers in the playoffs that year. Atlanta played in the Eastern Conference Finals. He got hit with a water bottle and he darted right up into the stands. Ernie Maxwell told a story about fans talking about his daughter that he lost and he never had a chance to grieve. And it was in Utah. That's when he went up into the stands and he knocked the hell out of the fan for bringing his daughter up. Y'all have to understand, these people are just like us. They have problems like we do. They have stress. Have these players take medication to calm down. John Abraham talked about it. If it's not pills, it's liquor. You have to be respectful. Here's the thing. You don't have to respect them if on the field like that. You don't have to respect that, but respect their privacy and stop attacking these folks just because they screw up. Part of the game. Anything else y'all got so we can wrap this thing up, fellas?
Nah.
Yeah. It's a game. It's a game, yeah.
Yeah, man. I understand we're passionate about this game. You're passionate about this team. But understand at the end of the day, these are still people with family and lives. So, man, you gotta dial back, man, and realize that human beings, we're human beings at the end of the day. So, and for everybody else who's dealing with something on their mental, man, please, man, reach out. Reach out.
Because what if somebody knew you cheated on your wife, or somebody knew that you did something awful, you stole money, you did something like that, and people were telling you to drop dead or things happened to you, and they push you to the point. Not very fair, is it? It's people that's done lost jobs over much worse, but we ain't gonna get into that. Let's get into the last part of the show. I just wanted to make sure that we got our mental health side out, and we appreciate those for sticking with us while we kind of work through that. We're gonna have different sessions or whatnot. And pretty much we're gonna have what we call bird feed. We're gonna do bird feed sessions where we do talk about certain things that go on with mental health. We're not gonna have as long as what we did tonight, but we're gonna start that. So if anybody else tries to steal the idea, you saw it on the BirdCage first. I have no problem with saying that because we got some vultures out here who like to steal from the BirdCage. So it is what it is. Just know I catch you stealing, I'm gonna call you out next time I put this out here. I'm not trying to get in no rage or war, but at least come to me and talk to me if you're trying to use ideas that I'm doing, and you can come up with another name, but don't steal what I'm doing. Next, we got to get to what we call the X factors. So when we talk about X factors, I'm gonna start with Coach Cam. I'm gonna move around. I'll actually go last tonight. I'm not worried about y'all taking mine this week. So, Coach Cam, what you got? Who are your X factors offensively and defensively?
Offensively, head coach Raheem Moore. You are the X factor this week. Because if we end up in a tight game, are you going to actually use your timeouts? Are you going to do something to get the team back under control? So this week, I'm looking to you for overall guidance for the entire game. Defensive X factor, Bradley Pinion. The reason why I picked the punter is historically, Josh Allen does not like long drives. He does not like working a long football field. So if we control field as well as time of possession, we're going to force Josh Allen to make a lot of mistakes trying to get the ball deeper downfield than he will like.
Okay. Graybeard.
Oh, those were good. Those were good. I think for me, my X factor going to be for defense. It's going to be Kate Miller. You're going to have a big challenge ahead of you, trying to maintain the call for the defense and Josh Allen. So I'm gonna need him and the rest of the linebacker core to really step it up and key in, and therefore we can get off on third down and be able to come out with a dub. Offensively, my honest opinion, I need Kyle Pitts to have a big game Monday night. I understand I might rub some people the wrong way, but I need Kyle Pitts. He can be an X factor for this game in the red zone because that's why we drafted him to be. So yeah, those go my two. Ellen for the defense and Kyle Pitts for offense.
You really went with Kyle Pitts, Graybeard?
Yeah, I did.
Yes,
I
he
went with
did.
Kyle Pitts. I went
Hey
with
man,
Kyle
hey
Pitts.
look, Pitt been balling, man.
What is
Pitt been
going
balling.
on?
Hey, hey,
Pitt
Going
been
on
balling.
here?
Hey
man,
man,
he,
hold
It's
on.
Going
been
on
balling.
here?
Hey,
Pick
K
Kyle
Dub.
Pitts.
Hey, K Dub, hold
Oh,
on.
what?
Cam, K Dub, I got you on this.
Tell me you didn't just say that.
I did.
You picked Kyle Pitts. Hey,
What? Let's go. K Dub, what you got,
Uh,
man?
it's different.
my X factors is gonna be on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to go with who do I see acting a fool on the offensive side? I'm gonna go it's a tough one, man. I see us getting that run game going, man. I hate to go Bijan again, but I think he gonna get that rock. Bijan on the offense, and then on the defense, I'm gonna go. I think he gonna get out the Josh Allen and get some sacks. So I got Jalen Walker on the defense.
Okay. I can rock with that.
Jalen Walker.
I'm still shocked that y'all, so many fans in Graybeard pick Cal Pitts. Like this,
Let
this
it
is
go, bro.
baffling.
Let
This
it
is
go.
this is baffling to me. Y'all are
You
picking
acting
Cal
like the
Pitts.
man he been playing good this season. Why is that funny?
Hey, Cam, but you know what? I've had to give him his props this year, and I have no problem with it. Because what did I say
itself.
No, but
That's
what
a
did I say?
compliment in itself.
No, but what did I say? I said if he balls out, I'll give him his credit. But what else did I say? I got to see it all year. A few games don't mean anything to me. I've been saying this consistently. I need to see it all year. And this is the problem. It's making me think the brother just trying to get this damn paycheck. Because if you get the paycheck and fall off like a bad joke, I'm on the top. Pause. I'm on the top of this joke. I'm on the top of this.
Definitely trying to get that money.
If this fool up here just trying
He
to get
definitely trying to get that money.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: if we reset the market with this fool and he don't produce next year and we sign him, all y'all that was sitting there like that, I'm finna be on all y'all got darn heads. Now,
Didn't we just have a talk about this?
Shout out to One Gun Auto, man. Our boy Turbo run it back into the building or whatnot. Turbo. So now,
run it back, Turbo.
Let me give my X factors. I gotta go ahead and I gotta power up for this one, y'all. You know, we get strong for you one time. Yes, sir. So with my X factors this week, I gotta go with Drake London is going to be an X factor for me this week offensively.
All right.
We seem to forget about this dude when he get the ball in his hands. They're just starting to get him going, and he's going to be a problem this week offensively as a mismatch for their corners. So I got Drake. Now, the other X factor that I have that's coming up, I actually on the defensive side of the ball, I gotta go with James Pierce Jr.
Okay.
The reason I've been going Zach Harrison all season. That's my season breakout guy. I got a feeling that the Rook is gonna make this kid, Josh Allen, very uncomfortable. Think about it. We've been talking about everybody else, but we haven't said anything about JPJ in the past couple of weeks. He's been making stuff happen, not on the box score. He's been doing it on the field, causing disruption. He's got to have one of those games where he can be disruptive coming into that backfield with Jalen Walker. He has to. Those are my X factors who I have. I have Drake London and I got JPJ as my X factors this week. I changed it up. I'm going receiver and I'm going edge rusher this week. Those are my X factors for this week. Because, boy, don't let us win this ball game, in prime time and everybody see us. Because I'm just going to bust out with, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! I'm coming in there like Ric Flair. I'm holding the alligators down, baby. Woo! Telling you that now. I'm talking trash, and I'm coming in there like Ric Flair. Just woo! That's where I'm at with it. I got us going out in prime time. What y'all got for the score predictions?
Kid did.
I like that one, Lando.
Wait a minute. I
like that one, Lando.
Hold up. I got you, Graybeard, because I only played the end of that. I got you on this. Since you said that part, I just played a smidget of it. Here you go. There you go. You wanted it. There you go. JPJ got to come in there like Ric Flair. He got to come in there like Ric Flair, stealing kisses, flying in jets, and keeping them Gators held down. But you know, at the end of this month, them Bulldogs gonna keep them Gators held down. I know that much.
We better.
Hey, Kyle Pitts, enjoy your success because your team damn sure ain't gonna get it in college. I promise you that. Not against us this year.
They beat Tech.
Stand on it. But definitely appreciate y'all for giving the X factors this week. What are your score predictions, folks?
Oh,
31-25. 31-25.
21 Falcon.
33-30 overtime Falcons.
Well, I don't want to see no overtime. What the hell wrong with you?
Shoot, boy, it's gonna be a long day at work.
That fool talking about overtime. Just
Heavenly Father.
no. Lord help him. Bless him, Lord. Bless him.
4:30 hurt, man. That's all I got to say.
This joke talking about son. Boy.
33-30 overtime.
In the late game, I'm gonna be a tired soul on Monday.
You know, I don't want overtime. You talking about overtime. This is
I
dedicated.
don't want no overtime either.
Hey, no, this is dedicated to Cam because he said overtime. Here you go.
Tell me you didn't just say that.
Yeah, that's for you. Now, getting to it. I got the Falcons 28-17. I got my defense holding them boys down like Ric Flair held them Gators down for years. That's where I'm at with it.
Dang. I like that.
Dang, Bill. Boom, picking against them. That's a first. Woo. You got the number one defense in the league, my boy. They got to show it, though. I feel you. But we definitely appreciate y'all for coming through in the BirdCage tonight with us to preview Monday night's collision course. We're going to have the pregame meal literally an hour before kickoff from 6:15 pretty much up to about, we're not going to do it at 7:15. We'll end around 7:10, 5 minutes before the game starts so we can all be in place for that first kickoff. But definitely appreciate Coach Cam, Graybeard, and K-Dub for coming through and holding it down as they always do, the magnificent BirdCage crew. Shout out to Coach Brant, Turbo, who was in the chat, the Black Wall Street, and Meltdown.
Turbo.
Meltdown, man, you got to hit us up, big dog. We miss you, bro. But anywho, man, definitely thank you guys for tuning in with us tonight. We definitely love you guys, and we can't wait to see you next week. But we'll have probably a bumper to bumper on Tuesday since it's a Monday night game. So we definitely love y'all. Y'all kiss your family, tell them you love them. And as we said, with mental health, don't be afraid to reach out to us, or if it's not us, a preacher, anybody that can help you. Mental health rep, doesn't matter. Please, please, please get help if you need it, because we don't need anybody losing their life or harming themselves or harming somebody if they're afraid to get help. We need you guys to get your help and take your life seriously, because we love you and we care about you, because damn it, if you ain't here, we're not going to have a show. You guys help us make this show. So don't hurt yourself. We need your eyeballs every Thursday in the building. We'll catch you next week. Love y'all. Ghosts.